you will know about orbitals, s orbital, p orbital, d orbital, f orbital in your higher classes. For now, just know that for p block elements there are vacant p orbitals, or the valence orbital is the p orbital, outermost orbital is p orbital, which is incompletely filled, whereas for s block elements the outermost orbital, that is group number 1 and 2, outermost orbital is s orbital. Now group 1 elements, those are called hydrogen, lithium, sodium, potassium, rubidium, cesium, francium. Those are called alkali metals because they form strong alkali when react with water. Beryllium, magnesium, group 2 elements, those are alkaline earth metal. They are less reactive than alkali metals. These are the boron family, these are carbon family, nitrogen family, and this is the oxygen family, this is called chalcogens. Fluorine family, this is called halogen, and these are the group 18 elements, those are called noble gases. Now the main group or representative elements, so those elements have incompletely filled valence orbitals. They may be metal, these are the metal, whereas carbon, nitrogen, oxygen, fluorine, these are non-metals, whereas boron, silicon, these are metalloids. So representative elements may be metal or non-metal or metalloid. Now transition elements. Transition elements are from group 3 to group 12. They are transition elements. These elements are called transition elements. Why they are called transition elements? Because they show variable valency. So they are called transition elements. And these elements are they are metallic and they have very high melting and boiling point, that is they are very hard. Now inner transition elements. Inner transition elements are, if you see group period number 6, the group 3b of period number 6, that is the lanthanides. Here there are 14 elements of atomic number 57 to 71, that is lanthanum, to 71, that is lutetium. These 14 elements are placed at the same position, they are called lanthanide elements. Because they have very similar properties, so they are placed at the same position to avoid any distortion of the periodic table. Also in the period of 7th period and in group 3b there are 14 elements from atomic number 89 to atomic number 103, that is actinum, to 103, that is lawrencium. And these elements are called actinide elements. They are also placed at the same position. These are called inner transition elements, whereas lanthanides are called rare earth element and actinides are mostly radioactive elements. And these group 18 elements, helium, neon, argon, krypton, xenon, radon, they have 8 electrons or the complete valence shell. In their outermost shell will be completely filled, so they are very less reactive. They are called noble gases or rare gases. And for the transition elements there are 2 incomplete shell, the valence shell, and there will be another incomplete shell, that is the d orbital. So these are all the groups, and also there are 7 periods. Period 1, that contain only hydrogen, helium, 2 elements, that is the shortest period. Period 2, 3 short period that contain 8 elements. Period 2, 3 that contain 8 elements. Period 4 and 5, those contains, you can see 18 elements. Here 2 elements, here 10 elements, and here there are 6 elements. So total 18 elements. Period 4, 5 they are called long period, whereas period 6 that contains 32 elements, because here are extra 14 elements from lanthanides. So this is called longest period, whereas period 7, this is incompletely filled because the last elements of periodic table are yet to be detected. So still some elements are not detected, so this period is called incompletely filled period. So there are 7 periods and there are 18 groups. Now typical elements, period 3 elements are called typical elements because they shows their properties are very similar with the properties of the other elements. Now demerit of Mendelic periodic table, because here is also confusion about the hydrogen position. Hydrogen can be placed as at 1A as well as at 7A, and another demerit of this periodic table is there the transition elements are placed, inner transition elements, that is lanthanides, actinides, they are placed at the same position. Now general trends of different properties along groups and periods. Number 1 is number of shells and valence electrons. First we will see the group. Along a group, you can see the number of valence electrons remains same. For hydrogen there is 1 electron, for lithium 3 atomic number, electronic configuration 2 1, so there is 1 valence electron. For sodium also there is 1 valence electron. So for all the elements of the same group, they have same identical number of valence electrons, but number of shell, if you observe, then if we move from one group to another group, then there will be increase in the number of shell. For hydrogen there is 1 shell, for lithium 2 shell, for sodium 1 2 3 shell. So number of shells are rising, are increasing one by one, but valence electrons remain same. As they have the one valence electron, so they are placed in group number 1. Similarly, for group number 2 elements, there will be 2 valence electrons. Now for period, if we see the elements of the same period, for example sodium, magnesium, aluminium, silicon, phosphorus, sulfur, chlorine, argon, they are in the same period, that is period 3. They have the same number of shells, that is number of shell for all of them is 3, but they have different valence electrons. If we move from sodium to magnesium, 1 electron is added, from magnesium to aluminium another electron is added, that is from one element, from previous element to the next element, there will be increasing of electron number 1 by 1. If we move along a period from left to right, so the number of valence electrons and number of valence shell, that can predict about the position of the elements. Say for phosphorus, atomic number 15, electronic configuration is 285, there are 3 shells, so period will be 3. Number of shells, that will determine the period, and number of valence electrons, that will determine the group. As there are 5 valence electrons, so group will be 5. Similarly for say lithium, there are 2 valence shells, so period will be 2, and the 1 valence electron period group will be 1. Now valency of any element, that is actually the valency of any element, actually the element which can donate the number of electrons, it can donate or it can accept, that is called the valency. If we see for the periods, that is first period, there are 1 electron in the valence shell, so it can donate 1 electron, valency 1. Second period, valency 2. For period 13, for group number 13, valency will be 3 because it can donate 3 electrons for aluminium. Group number 14, valency 4. After group number 14, then to get the valency, we have to subtract the group number from 18. So 18 minus 15, 3. 18 minus 16, valency 2, 18 minus 6, 17, 1, and this is valence. For noble gases, valency is 0. So for all the elements in a group, valency remains same, and along period valency will first increase up to group 14, then it will decrease. Now properties of elements. Reactivity increases along a group. If we move down a group from lithium to cesium, reactivity increases. but for the non-metals like fluorine to iodine, their reactivity decreases. So along the group, as the properties remain same, so there will be regular variation of the properties. Whereas for the period, as their properties are different, so if we see their reactivity, lithium is very much reactive. From lithium to beryllium, reactivity decreases. At carbon, this is least reactive. After carbon, again reactivity increases because non-metallic character increases. So up to group 14, reactivity decreases, then reactivity increases. Now atomic size, if we move down a group, atomic size increases because if we move down a group, one shell is added, one by one shells are added. For lithium there are 2 shell, for sodium 3 shell, potassium 4 shell, so atomic size increases gradually. Whereas for period, if we move from left to right side, then the number of shells remains same, but number of atomic number increases, that is number of proton increases in the nucleus. So attraction towards the outermost orbital will increase, that will decrease the size. So atomic size decreases along the period. If we move from left to right, metallic character along a group, metallic character increases from lithium to cesium, from nitrogen to bismuth. Nitrogen, phosphorus, they are non-metal, bismuth metal, arsenic, antimony are metalloid. And we know metal oxides are basic, so antimony, bismuth oxides basic, arsenic oxide amorphic, nitrogen and phosphorus oxides are acidic. So acidity of the oxides will decrease if we move down a group, or basicity of the oxides will increase if we move down a group. Whereas along a period, metallic character decreases and non-metallic character increases. Lithium, beryllium, they are metal, whereas carbon, nitrogen, oxygen, fluorine, they are non-metal, boron is metalloid. So acidic character of the oxides, that will increase if we move along a period from left to right, and basicity of the oxides, that will decrease if we move from left to right along a period. So these are the periodic variation of the properties. Thank you.